The last example which we gave about the lemon was appreciated by my colleagues or teachers. They said it's a good example.
Yeah, if it is too much, what will happen?
Too much, it's bitter. If it's too less, it's don't have
Tasteless.
any taste.
Yes. When you're telling about this example, I remember a case study where in our school, the teachers were having literally a very difficult time to teach the child to sit in one place and listen or do dance, whatever activities is being done in kindergarten. It was very difficult. So, and the child has a set pattern of things he wants, and he wants to watch that only. He wants to watch cartoon, he wants to watch movies. He doesn't want to see rhymes or learn rhyme or do any other activity that is being held in the class. So, when they referred the parent to me, so I discussed. So they said, no, we don't have time to do all this. So whatever he learns, he wants, we give it to him.
I mean, they provide the mobile, the TV,
whatever he wants, whenever he wants, because they don't have time to spend with him. And so that freedom, they feel that is how the child will learn. But they have to understand, even if they are not there, that is by their choice, right?
Yes, yes.
And but there are certain things when you are doing a parenting, you have to do, and setting boundaries is one of the important things.
Yes, because if you don't set boundaries, when the child go outside, I mean, face the world, everybody cannot, I mean, won't fulfill his wish, right?
Yes, and that is why the child is going to have some problems of that people are denying him. He might develop certain psychological issues also.
Yes.
So because of this, we have to understand that the setting boundaries has to start from the very beginning. It is not from today or just when the child becomes 10 or 11, but from the very beginning, young age, when the child is able to understand your language, or even before that, when the non-verbal cues also, when the child can understand, you have to set the boundaries.
And when we are speaking about discussing about setting boundaries, should not we be consistent in that thing? Because whatever we do, there should be a consistency. Otherwise, child won't listen to also.
True. When we are setting the boundaries, we have to be consistent always. Why we have to be consistent? Because if we are not consistent, today we have set a boundary that today you can't, after 6 o'clock, you can't watch TV. And after 2 days, again, somebody comes or something happens and you are not, you say, okay, I'm busy today, I'm not well, you can just go and watch the TV. Again, after 10 days, again, you are setting the boundary, then the child is not going to listen to it. Because by the time the child will pick all the cues that helps him to not to listen to you. So for that reason, we have to be, if you are setting boundaries and if the child has to understand this is the boundary and I can't cross this without doing the proper activity. So you have to be consistent.
Yeah, consistent, and somewhere we have to discuss with them why we are lenient that day and why we have not adhered to that.
We have to explain and why have to tell. And suppose tomorrow somebody comes and you are not able to give the full attention to the child and you have been lenient or you become lenient and give the TV to watch. You have to tell, today we have guests, so I don't have time to look at, but you can watch, and then also there is a restriction that you can watch for some time and then you have to switch it off.
So like it, I mean, parent or whoever, I mean, the elders of the house have to be role models somewhere.
True.
Otherwise, what the child will learn.
And very true. They have to, whatever we are setting the boundaries, we have to understand that somewhere we have to also follow a certain boundaries for our life. Because it's not that we told the child not to watch the TV, and when we are doing something and we are watching the TV, that is not the right way of doing it.
Yes, yes, I remember. Well, you say this, I remember when my daughter was small, my father-in-law said, don't watch TV while eating, having your lunch or dinner. But when he came for his lunch and he switched on the TV and watched news, at that moment, my daughter said, you are watching while you are having food, but you are saying no to me. So that is not a good example.
True. Right. So when we are saying something them to not to do it, we have to also follow the same thing. If it is not, we are not doing, then we are not being clear in the setting the boundaries. It has to be very clear, and it has to be clear to them that this is the boundary and this you have to follow. I also follow certain boundaries. So by doing the role model, we make it very clear to them. We don't have to again and again, we have to repeat it, because children learn from observing us. So, and when we are saying it clear, should be also age appropriate.
Because what I adhere today, that cannot be down the line for 5 years, that cannot be the boundary.
Yeah, when the child was 3, we used to hide the remote, and so that the child, since we can't explain much, we used to hide the remote.
Yes, yes.
But the child is 12, and if you hide the remote, what do you think the child is going to learn?
Nothing.
So the child will try to find out, and he will also learn to find an excuse, or as he grows up, he will also learn to find excuse for things that you are asking him not to do.
Yes, yes.
So when we are setting the boundaries, it should be age appropriate, and also the language that we use.
We cannot be stern, we cannot give them punishment, and we cannot scold them also.
We can't shout at them. But we can be firm that what I have said, this is what you have to be followed.
Somewhere we have to draw a line and discuss them all.
Yes, and for that, there are two things. If the child is following, we have to give reinforcement, a positive reinforcement. For example, if it's not that every time you have to tell, oh, you have to, the positive reinforcement may not be a materialist thing.
Yes, that again
will take you to another mode. But we have to understand that, and it should be a conscious reinforcement. It should not be a falsified or made up reinforcement. So we have, and for that very reason, parents should be very alert and conscious when they are taking care of the children. Suppose you have told the child repeatedly or set the boundaries not to watch TV or not to watch mobile. But certain days he won't listen to you, but there are certain days he listens to you. So those days every day you might not praise him, but there are certain days you can always praise the child. Give that positive reinforcement, like taking him out or praising him or giving him something his favorite or cooking some favorite food. This kind of examples will help him to understand, okay, this is something I have done right. Because most of the time, unknowingly, we pick up the mistakes of the child and keep on scolding. But when we do the positive reinforcement, it helps the child also to understand fear. But when we are giving positive reinforcement, we have to understand if he is if he is not listening continuously, or if he is doing something knowingly, we have to show him there is a consequence also. Yes.
For everything, there is, I mean, the discussion need to be there every time, right?
Yes.
Not it's like star mil jayega, I will give this, I will do that.
And every time it's not that one day, on Monday, if I have said another 15 days, I need not say it doesn't happen like that. You might have to repeat. But again, when we are saying to repeat, it should not be nagging.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a kid and I'm telling you, Sharmisha, don't watch the TV. Sharmisha, don't. Every 5 minutes, if I keep on saying, even at this age also, I get irritated.
Yes.
So we have to understand, we can't be nagging, but we have to tell them, but give them the space to understand what is right and what is wrong, and what is to be done, not to be done.
Yes. So while discussing, I feel that there is no formula kind of thing, and parents have to have lots of patience, right?
Yes.
And though whatever we may do, and how much busy or how much engrossed we are in our work, we have to pay attention to kids and have lots of patience.
If we have kids, because we have brought them, we have the responsibility of taking care of them.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rini.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sarmistha.
Here again, we bring you another new topic, boundaries for the bright future.
And how much patience, how much endurance we should have while bringing up children.
And that is the next topic in coming week, which we will be publishing on a Tuesday.
Stay happy and stay healthy. Take care of
yourself and be happy. And enjoy your parenting journey. Never complain, find a solution. And if you have anything, put it in the comment section. We will be there to reply you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.